You've just agreed to the biggest deal in tech history, but big tech deals have a history of going horribly wrong. Why won't history repeat itself here?
I believe the combination of Dell and EMC, we have two highly complementary companies. We become a leader in the current domains of IT, today's IT, to servers, storage, virtualization, and PCs. We also are extremely well positioned in the IT of tomorrow. Digital transformation, converged infrastructure, the software-defined data center, hybrid cloud, security, mobile. So this is a very powerful combination. We also bring together highly complementary go-to-market engines. EMC is well known for architecting solutions in the very top companies in the world. And Dell has incredible reach and breadth across businesses of all sizes around the globe.
But why go the hardware route when some say that virtualization is just a commodity?
Well, virtualization is a lot about software. And one of the key aspects of this certainly is VMware. And if I look at our research and development and innovation, EMC's innovation, it's certainly been much, much more software development over the last 5 or 10 years than hardware. Hardware plays a role, but when you build these ultra powerful converged infrastructure systems, there's an enormous amount of software. Add to that the incredible software from VMware, Pivotal, RSA, VirtuStream, VCE. This is, we believe, a dream combination.
Now, there are people out there who say this deal is doomed, it's doomed to make little profit, it's just an attempt to get scale in a declining industry. George Colony, the CEO of Forrester, looked you in the eye yesterday and said, Compaq HP took Carly Fiorina down. You have to be thinking about that.
You know, I think what I tell you first of all is we spent about a year working on this and looked at it every which way, and I'm confident that we are building an incredible company. I think first of all you have just a whole different dynamic as compared with some of the other big transactions. One obvious difference is those other transactions, there weren't really principals operating at the center of the transaction. So I'm all in on this. I think the level of overlap between the companies is quite minimal. And this is not so much about combining existing businesses. There's a piece of that, and those fit together very well. But it's also very much about how we address the challenges and opportunities our customers have in the future, including things like security.
Right. So you're taking on $50 billion in debt to do this. How quickly will we see you paying that off? Like how much a month or how much a quarter?
As we've talked about, I think what you'll see is in the first 18 to 24 months, a pretty rapid deleveraging as we go through our process. And we did this in the first Dell go private, and we had a 2-notch upgrade from the rating agencies, and we're very determined to take the steps necessary with both revenue synergies, some cost synergies, although the revenue synergies are roughly 3 times larger, to ensure that this company operates with investment-grade policies.
So what happens if the Fed raises rates? I mean, how much does that concern you about the risk you're taking on?
Certainly, that's something you put in your model, and I think we've assumed some of that. But
so you're assuming that the Fed will raise rates?
You can have better guests that can help you figure that out. At least I hope you can. But that's not a big driver here in terms of what the Fed does within some margin of outcomes.
So at the same time you're doing the biggest tech deal ever, HP, we are weeks away from them splitting up and going in the opposite direction. What do you really think of their strategy?
I think that this is a business where scale matters, and we have grown up in this industry and seen the power of scale, and certainly the connection. If you think about what goes into the data center, it is microprocessors, it is memory, and it is storage. Some other things, but those are the main component ingredients. Those are also the same ingredients that you find in client systems, in the Internet of Things, in this explosion in devices. I think the scale matters. I also think that at the point where there's just this explosion in the number of devices, the connection between all of those nodes and the data center becomes even more important.